All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. And today's starting pitcher, Shane McClanahan. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
All right, ready to get underway. And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. That misses, and it's 2-0. Next offering is fouled back.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Low makes the catch, and there's one down. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, this is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And that one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one misses. 2-2. One out, bases empty. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Two outs. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, 98 miles per hour on the gun. Nothing doing there for the Friars. Now it's the Rays' turn. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Here's the veteran first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That clips the corner. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Darvish kicks, delivers.
2-1.
That one just misses, and it's a full count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he opted to go with the off-speed stuff on that 3-2 with the bases empty. Close pitch, but now he's got to work out of the stretch.
And now it's Brandon Lau. Just off the outside edge. Darvish delivers. Fastball for a strike.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And there's a foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. First pitch just misses. And there's a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
And that drops in for a strike. Diaz, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Josh Lowe. And the first offering is not close. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Swing and a miss.
1-2.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1 left for Tampa, scoreless after 1. Back now in Tampa Bay, second inning set to go. And now the veteran third baseman, Manny Machado. McClanahan back to work. And that's outside, and it's 1-0. On the ground to short, and it's through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And now the lefty in for a strike, and a count even at 1.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball, but with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
The 1-1 one is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. And here is Xander Bogaerts. That one hammered but pulled foul. Ball one to Bogaerts.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
Man at first, one away. Cut on and missed. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And he went around. That's ruled a swing. Two outs. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. No score here in the second. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. One left for San Diego. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Tropicana Field, bottom half of inning number 2. And now the catcher for the Rays, Danny Jansen. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
Fought off foul. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw won't get there in time, and they don't get an out on the play.
Hey, I got to give him credit for busting it down to first to beat out that hit. Speed is obviously not a big part of his game. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Jonathan Aranda now at the plate. Way high with that one. And that's ball 1.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. Jansen on at first. Nobody out. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tatis sizes this one up, and it's caught for the out. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Richie Palacios next to hit for the Rays. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
That one in there across the letters.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
The 0-2. And the pitch is outside, ball one. And there's a ball. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And misses inside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Johnny DeLuca in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. We played 2 full, no score. On to the third inning. Now the DH for the Padres, Tirso Ornelas. Ornelas in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And though usually in left field, today he's the designated hitter. There's a swing and a drive. Palacios going back. Bangs off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. That one catches the zone. That's strike one.
Some guys don't like not being able to play defense because it helps them to stay in the rhythm. So for him to be the DH, we'll see if he gets a routine together.
Hit hard on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Now at the plate, Luis Arias. He's 0 for 1. That's through there for a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Palacios makes the grab for the second out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. First pitch swinging.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Gets a piece and stays alive. Pitch
That's
misses.
the ball.
And the count 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Outside
That's the
low.
ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2.
Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging on the curveball, and he's up to 7 strikeouts.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Johnny DeLuca. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
0-1.
That one down the
That's
line,
foul.
and it goes just foul. Went with the
1-2.
sweeper, but it misses.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
That one missing
that's it.
inside. Got him swinging.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
So the lineup flips over, and the batter now, Yandy Diaz. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
This one popped up. And that'll get down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Lau at the plate. Missed inside with the curve. Next offering is in for a strike. Fouled off left side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The next pitch misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stays alive. Diaz leads off first with 1 away. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
Couple of singles back to back. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
First and second, 1 out. Junior Caminero will hit next. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Two on, 1 out. Swing and high fly ball deep left field. That's back. And it is gone. And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One down. Josh Lowe getting ready to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. Just
no, that's
missed.
Outside. Ball.
Still only one out here in the inning. That's a hit. So a man aboard. Now it's Jansen to hit. Reached on an infield single his first time. That's a strike. 0-1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Here goes the runner. Pitch is high.
Ball, that's up.
And safe. It's a stolen base. That one's in there. That's strike two. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Swing and a miss. A strikeout for Yu Darvish.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Aranda in the box with two gone, and takes a look at a called strike. First signs of bullpen movement here in the early going. Brian Hoeing up and throwing.
No, that missed. That's a ball. 1-1.
The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. On to the fourth. So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. Ball one there.
You know, these Padres, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Next offering misses. 3-0. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Man at first, nobody out. And now it's Manny Machado. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Runner.
First offering. Runner goes. There's a ball.
Outside.
Tag.
Hey,
Safe. Jansen too late with a throw.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. And another
That's
ball.
a ball.
And that misses as well.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. And the hitters count.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Over to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Ball one, no strikes.
You have to be creative
One ball,
pitching
no
against
strikes.
bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
3-0.
And ball four,
No, that's
two
ball four.
aboard.
Runner, take your base.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's in for a strike.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
So digging in, Connor Joe. Line to left, and it stays fair. Headed for the plate. One run across, coming home. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. So a run on one hit, no errors, and a man left. We're midway. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Jose Caballero. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, these Rays showing
1-0.
great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced
One
the
ball, one
starter to
strike.
throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Hit on the ground to short. Bogaerts with the throw to first. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Richie Palacios. Went down on strikes his first time through.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Now this is in the air down the line. Joe getting an angle on it, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Johnny DeLuca. Struck out swinging his first time. That one missed.
That's a ball. That's down.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That's too low.
That's down.
And
That's
it's
a
3-0.
ball.
That's ball 4.
Take
Tried
your base.
another sweeper, but couldn't find his zone.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And two aboard now as the lead runner stops at second. First and second, 2 outs. And stepping in for the Rays, Brandon Lau, 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two on, 2 outs. And that one clips the corner. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
And that one is inside.
Count is full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
DeLuca over at second. Diaz on at first with 2 down. Battling here as he fouls it away. Three-2. That one hit to right. Tatis. And makes the grab. And that ends the inning. So they strand a pair. We played 4. Rays 3 and the Padres 1. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now it's going to be Tirso Ornelas. McClanahan back to work. That one off the mark, and that is ball 1.
You know, these Padres looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And there's a ball.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Elias Diaz. His first at bat was a strikeout. Headed towards the corner. Low snags it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So the batting order turns over. Luis Arraez stands in. 0 for 2 in this one. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at bat expands.
That's a ball.
The Padres trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering upstairs.
Three-one.
Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that was a pretty fat pitch right there. Very hittable. I think the change of speed made all the difference. Took a lot off of that one, and he had him off balance out in front. You got to pick your spots with the changeup just like he did there, and I think a great time to alter his velocity and create some deception.
Tatis up to the plate for the third time as he looks at one down low.
1-0.
Swing and a foul out of play. Check swing, went around, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt. That one the other way, and it stays fair. Lead runner around second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And he's out.
Yeah, you're out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Back now in Tampa Bay, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the third baseman, Junior Caminero. In there at the knees, and that's strike 1. That's a little bit
down.
low.
Ball.
Falling behind 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's downstairs and outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Full count.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tatis puts it away, and there's one away. And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. That does it for you, Darvish. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Yuki Matsui. He's into the game with the bases empty. Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. Late on that fastball.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Now 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
1-2 is the count.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Danny Jansen to hit here. And it's fouled away. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a foul straight back. Going to count 1 and 2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Rays held in check here as the lead remains 3-1. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Edwin Uceta preparing to come on if needed. Clevenger, the power lefty, up as well. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. That misses the zone, and a count 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Here's Manny Machado. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Machado, a former Gold Glove winner, a member of the 1,000 hit club, a former first-round pick back in 2010. And now the count is even. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And now, Jake Cronenworth. He is struck out, and he is walked. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Just missed.
That's the ball. 1-1.
That to right. Low makes the grab, and that's the inning. Well, we go bottom 6. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Jonathan Aranda. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Rays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
And ball 1.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Caballero
1 ball, no
in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Just
That missed. That's
missed.
the ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's
2-0.
going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Just missed.
Ball.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Outside ball 4.
Runner, take your base.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Richie Palacios. Step off, throw to first.
No.
Caballero back in on a dive. And that one clips the corner. Caballero stands at first with 1 out. Hit in the air, left field. Joe squeezes it, and there's 2 away. Johnny DeLuca next to hit for the Rays. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two outs. Runner on the go. That's to third. That ends the inning. The Rays strand just the 1, and the score stays 3-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Edwin Uceta.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. Popped up. Caminero hauls it in for the out. Here's the left fielder, Connor Joe. Fouled off. He was late. The Rays trying to protect a 2-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's off the inside corner. And the count is 3-1. Late on that fastball.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tie them up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And it's ball 4. He missed down low. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
And fouled off.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
The tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. And now it's Elias Diaz. Fouled off down the right side. Tying run at the plate. And a strike in there.
0-2. Ball.
Off the mark
No, that's
there.
down.
And the
Ball.
count is 2-2. In the air out towards right center. DeLuca on his way over. He's got it. And that is that. Padres leave one, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Sean Reynolds.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the top of the order. Now it's going to be Yandy Diaz. And that one ripped into right.
That's
and foul ball. That's down and in. Action in the pen down there. Wandy Peralta, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. And a swing and a miss there.
1-2's the count.
Lifted in the air out to left. Joe makes the grab. One up, one down. Brandon Lau digs in now. 1 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. One down, base is empty. Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That's outside.
No, that's
2-1. And a foul ball. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Let's go, kid. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero, looking to do more of what he did back in the 3rd.
No doubt that 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game, and an important swing of the bat.
First pitch, not close. That one ripped right center field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Here comes Lau. He'll score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
One out, runner at second. And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe. Just missed. There's the strike. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
He was all over that one. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Two on, one out. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Danny Jansen. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
0-1.
Runners are at the corners, one away. Rips that one center field, and a base hit knocks in a run. In there safely. It's 5-1.
Comes through with the RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Sean Reynolds is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Adrian Morejon taking over on the mound.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
So now the DH spot, Jonathan Aranda. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Check swing, called strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The next offering misses. 1-2 to count.
1-2.
Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Caballero stands in now and watches strike 1. 2 outs, a couple of base runners at first and second. And that misses off the outside edge.
1-1.
And 1-2.
1-2.
That one missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Low, the lead runner at second. Jansen at first, 2 out of the inning. And down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Rays 5 and the Padres 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Drew Rasmussen.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Back to the top of the order now. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Luis Arias. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do? Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Manuel Rodriguez getting ready to go. Clevenger, the lefty, warming up as well. Next offering is fouled back. This one smoked out to left. Palacios makes the play, and there's 1 down. So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Just missed. That clips the inside corner for a strike. The Padres down by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. In the dirt, and the count's even at 2. And misses inside. And Tatis able to stay alive. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And that's through there for a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Right through there for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Well, things that lead to big innings other than hits or home runs are, of course, walks and errors. Free base runners, and they've been gifted with both so far this inning. And that will make any manager in the dugout just stew a little bit, and I'm sure he is right now.
Machado at the plate and takes high there.
1-0.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That's outside.
And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And Manny gets a piece.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
2 on, 1 out. That one not close. And the count is filled up. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fights it off. He'll see another. On the ground to third. Fair ball. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 5-2.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. There's a strike.
0-1.
First and third, 1 down. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-2 now.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Tying run at the plate. And just misses with that one.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That missed by a lot. 2-2. Got him! And there's 2 away.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Out to short. Got him on the off-balance throw. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 5-2. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field, now the left fielder, Richie Palacios.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Morejon back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Slapped foul. In the air, left field, down the line. Could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, and he's got a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Johnny DeLuca, the next to hit. There's a strike.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Man at second. Swings through that one.
0-2.
Now a fly ball to right center. Merrill sizing this one up. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. Yandy Diaz now.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
No, ball.
Now 3-0.
3-0.
One away with a runner at third. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Count is full.
Lined into left center, base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 4.
Well done, drives in the run. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Man at first with one gone. Brandon Lowe next to hit for the Rays. Just off the outside edge. Ball one.
1-0.
And another ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
3-0.
Diaz leads off first with one away. Next offering is in for a strike. That one pushed foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow depth. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
He swings and fouls one off.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
In there at the knees for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's hard hit in the line. And foul ball. Next pitch is outside. Two outs. Good job to fight that one off. Next offering is downstairs.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fly ball down the line, and it falls. And now 2 aboard. and his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Adrian Morejon done for the day, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Wandy Peralta. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Josh Lowe. First offering misses badly for ball one. Two on, two outs. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Now a long throw home. The tag safe. It's 7-2. Danny Jansen next to hit for the Rays. First pitch misses. Two aboard, two outs. And that is downstairs. Now 2-0.
2-0.
In the dirt, blocked. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Jason Adam getting loose out there. Pitch is in for a strike, and the count is 3-1. First and second, two down. And that one pulled foul. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Two outs, bases full. And stepping in for the Rays, Jonathan Aranda. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout. And a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Down on strikes, looking for the second straight plate appearance. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3 through 8 full. It's the Rays 7 and the Padres 2. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Manuel Rodriguez.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Joe in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 70, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Number 48 getting cranked up as well. The 1-0.
Ball.
And
No,
downstairs.
that's low. Ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That
Oh,
one
yeah.
finds the zone. 3-1.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
That one misses.
That's ball 4.
So a
Take your
leadoff
base.
walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Man at first, and now it's Tirso Ornelas. And the first
1-0.
offering is not close.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Runner at first with no outs here. And another ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Out towards right center field. Low. Sizes this one up. Corrals it. And there's one down. And here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. 0 for 3 in this one.
That's
Rodriguez
the ball.
goes 5 feet 11 inches, 210 pounds, and he's a native of Mexico. Roll to short, could be 2. Caballero over to second, back to first, double play, and that's the ball game.
A little sigh of relief for the pitcher there, ending the ball game with a nice double play. You always love when you can get 2 for 1, especially when it wraps up the ball game. Nice win for this team today.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by.